Hello, welcome.
Good afternoon.
How's everything?
Good. Sorry, I
Good.
didn't know if it was to where I can't see anybody else or.
No, we're just starting. It's super informal. Also, so sometimes I send an email beforehand letting people know what I intend to cover. And then other times I just don't and I just go with God and just see where the group takes us. So
Nice.
sometimes, yeah, so it's kind of sometimes there are 10 people, sometimes there are one or two. So we're just kind of easy breezy group here. Hey, Ben,
Gotcha.
welcome. Where in the world are you on?
I'm in Texas. I'm in San Antonio.
Texas.
Yes,
Nice,
man.
San Antonio. So I'm in Toronto in Canada. Ben's in the UK somewhere.
Nice.
Cold, wet Gloucestershire.
Gloucestershire. Wow. It's also cold and wet here in Toronto.
Although I don't have a Gloucestershire accent.
Oh, really? I would not have been able to
They,
tell.
they all speak like farmers.
Wow. Very cool. Okay, so we usually like to start off with just anything top of mind, any questions, any features you were digging into that you were like, how on earth does this work? Anything like that? Because I had some, so we can, if nobody has, I have some.
Sure.
Do you have any?
Oh man, I'm here to learn.
All right. So I think it's this org. Oh, great. It's the login. Okay, perfect. Okay. I was playing around with, and one of the other consultants that I work with was playing around with book over lower priority appointments. Oh, here's Lori. Perfect. We were playing around with book over lower priority appointments. And this doesn't really work. So, over lower priority Salesforce Field Service. Let's read the manual. Okay. Ooh, okay. So I guess part of the way that this rolls, Juan, is new to us. So the way that we roll is we want to know what the product does. Like, what is the platform? Oh, I'm not sharing. Good Lord. Thank you, Lori. You're the best. I totally queued up everything. All right. Tech check. Can you see me?
It's the
Awesome. And my hand is up. I don't know why that always happens. Lower hand. Okay. So we want to know how the product works. So we'll read. Well, I don't normally read the documentation. I just like press buttons and click buttons and see what happens. And then I read the documentation. The other place that we go is we go into Google Land, see what people are saying in the community. So back in the day, we were crazy for this. We spent a lot of time adding to this, and there are still some people every so often who do add to it, and we respond every so often. But we've got some typical people who do respond, like Paval. He's always been responsive. Steve Hupp is, he's like a bot. We don't know how on earth he remembers everything, but he knows so much about the product. He was a solution engineer at Salesforce. Just shout out Steve, like just love. He works at Salesforce. Yeah. So we'll just see what other people might have come across. So I'm going to also try to find the documentation. Schedule appointments. Okay. So the business use case is like a airline, we overbook. And part of the reason why we overbook is because we actually have a 70% cancellation rate. That's pretty high. So what are we going to do to ensure that we've got a wait list or some backlog of potential customers that we can pick up during a time slot that might free up? Like, that's actually a really high cancellation rate. No matter how much you call ahead, depending on the demographic, your customers might have to go to work, or somebody got sick, or there are many, many reasons they totally forgot, or whatever it was. Like they ended up going on vacation and it was like, forgot to tell you. So there are many reasons why cancellations occur. So having backup or waitlist is something that this customer wants to implement. We do not have that luxury in Salesforce today. It is based off of availability. The only way that we can schedule overlapped appointments on purpose is if you drag and drop it on the dispatcher console. But that can be cumbersome. If you're dealing with 100 appointments a day, that's a lot of double booking. And so the experience that they want is at the time of a phone call where they're requesting an appointment, the agent can say, first available appointment that will lock you in is 2 Tuesdays from now. Oh, do you have anything sooner? Not really. So, okay, well, that sucks. But what, instead of having that conversation, they want to say, not really, but I can put you on a wait list for Wednesday, November 11, or like November 12, or, they can find some sort of wait list thing. And the customer could say, yeah, you know what? I would be okay with that. Call me the day of or a couple days before and let me know if you're able to lock me in. So this concept of a wait list, that doesn't exist in Salesforce Field Service. Actually, if we think about scheduler, I actually thought, yeah, there is a waitlist option in scheduler. So this is not ludicrous to say, why can't we do this? If there are no waitlists created for service territory, interesting. Okay, hold on. This is where documentation helps us. Like I hate reading the manual, but if there's another solution out there that can help me come up with a solution design, I might not have access to scheduler, but I can leverage a data model that's similar. So there's a lobby management tab, and it's related to a service territory, and I can create a wait list, total number of participants, and the total duration. If there's no wait lists, then there's a lobby management. I don't know what that means. Oh, greeters can view and manage the appointments in the wait list. So to me, this sounds like scheduler is typically used for banking scenarios where I'm a financial advisor, I'm at a brick and mortar, I've got people coming into the branch to meet with me, and it's a first come, first serve type of thing. So a customer comes in, they go to the reception desk or whatever, they scan a QR code and then they join the wait list, and then the financial advisor would work the list to say, okay, I'm going to go work with Juan first, and then Ben's next, and then Lori's next. Right. So they can see the queue. And then it can be round robin style where, like, if I'm available and we've got another resource available, then, we can divide and conquer and we can get through the wait list faster. So it's a bit of a different use case. Oh, so wealth management, banking, this is exactly the use case. Okay. Lobby management, but can I have or replicate a similar experience for field service? Because I guess the intention is you're queued. I don't get it. Scheduled appointments, check-in time. Oh, I guess the slot. Oh, that's really early in the morning. The slot is 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. and then they checked in at 11, 12 p.m., 2 p.m. I'm not exactly sure what the intent is here. Goal planning, check-in time. Like I get check-in time. That's when the meeting actually happened. First in the wait list, last in the wait list. Oh, cool. And they're even like capturing the wait time that they sat in the lobby. That's cool. I guess this is a wait list for each skill. So for the general banking team versus the wealth management team, I've got 2 people. General banking has 2 people. They're 2 different people. And like, who do we want to actually show up? That's interesting. I don't know if I want to replicate that exactly, but that's kind of cool. Does anybody else have a use case in their business or with their clients? Have you heard of this before? The concept of a wait list or overbook?
So not overbook, but I've worked with utilities to where they've got, so say a gas company and there's a gas leak. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter if your techs are full doing gas turn-ons. If there's a gas leak, they've got to drop everything they're doing, head to the emergency call, and
Yes.
everything gets rescheduled. And then there is also the ability to lock appointments, right? So if there's already something that they're working on, that technician really can't leave the call that he's on, then the emergency call can't go to him. But we use
Mhm.
emergency scheduling for that.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Not just book over lower priority, but there
Okay.
was a hierarchy of what can be moved, what can't be moved, different SLAs. So if you've got 70% of your business coming from one company, you try not to reschedule their things. And so it all comes down to recipes and locks and all that, but not
Mm,
just a specific overbooking scenario to where you purposely overbook hoping that people cancel, you know, airlines.
yeah, exactly. Hey, Varsha, welcome. We're talking about overbooking and book over lower priority.
Hey everyone. Leanne, I forgot to mention that if I use the emergency policy, it did
Yep.
do it, but we don't
Oh.
really want that.
Don't think I really want that either. Yeah. So, Varsha, the use case that we're solving for here is the customer has a really high cancellation rate. It's like 70% or something. Like, that's really high. So, what they'd like to do is double book or triple book. And that way, if they've got a cancellation that shows up, then we already have somebody that we said, you're on the wait list for this time slot. So we'll call you if a cancellation pops up. So have you ever had a situation like this before?
I have. I'm just thinking it would be something around the scheduling policies, right? Because that's one of the basic rules that we try to enforce, right?
Yeah.
That you do not double book.
Yeah. And I think that the scheduling policy is, by default, I cannot. Let's play with high intensity because, and nobody uses high intensity. Like, I cannot. Resource availability, for example. I think this was one. Like, if I delete this, go ahead.
Would it allow you to delete?
I
There are
don't
some
think
basic
so.
ones. Yeah.
Exactly. This is one of them. So I can't delete this. Are you going to give me an error or are you going to let me?
Not complaining for now, but then how would it know who is available and all of that, right?
Oh my God. Look, I was able to do it. Okay, that's interesting. So that was deleted from the high intensity policy. So I'm going to remove required resource to delete. I'm going to delete this too. Okay, so the only thing that I am considering is the resource active? the due date, earliest start. This start and finish, these are the appointment bookings. I'm going to delete these. These have been giving me a pain. Something's messed up about those rules. I'm just going to delete those. So we'll match the territory, match the skills, match the earliest start and the due date and active. I don't know. I wasn't expecting to have availability be removed. I thought I was going to get a validation error.
Yeah, I'm thinking like, I don't know how it's being driven in the background, but that's like one of the basic ones I never touch.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I
Me
want
too.
it because it tells me who is available, and then it goes in and says, okay, now let me try to look at the schedule and do the match and all of that.
Yeah. I know. So let me just clean up the Gantt a bit because I've got all of these scheduled appointments. So just one thing when cleaning up your org, I've got this concept of this list view of scheduled. So any service appointments that have been scheduled, I'm going to just select all of them and then just unschedule them all. So 130 of them are going to get unscheduled. And then they're still selected, hiding in the background. So after it does all this, come on, you can do it. Long. I guess one of the things that I wanted to test too is what does schedule over lower priority look like? And then what does this policy look like? Okay, cool. So I have this.
There is also
Um,
something on the scheduling policy, right, Leanne, which says fix overlaps.
Well, that's
you
what I
have-
was trying to dig into. Fix overlap, or even with book appointment, I thought that it would unschedule the lower priority appointment.
It would.
It
But there are
would,
two
right?
different. Yeah, but then isn't there a flag on the appointment? If you check it, then it does. Otherwise, it doesn't, right?
Yeah.
Schedule over lower priority appointment.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, so let me just try to optimize. I don't know if I have any appointments to optimize, but we're going to just try it. And I'm not going to do so many because I don't want to be here forever. Okay, just schedule for me, my friend. We'll see what we get. Let's look at let's edit some data and see or understand the data. We have priority is a 7. Seems like this org is a 1 to 10 org. Let's just verify. I think the customer, they set it up where they would be 1 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
So let me show you the difference. The 1 to 10 is really like 1 to 3. There's no difference between the three of them. And then 4, 5, 6, there's a big difference between 4, 5, 6 and 1 to 3. And then 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. I don't know. But like, I know that they were kind of grouped where if you were looking for granular minutia, like a difference of priority between levels 1 and level 2 or level 1 and level 3, you wouldn't get it. And that's why they created the priority, set it to be 100, use 100, 1 to 100 scale because it's more granular. Oh, I am on 100. Okay. So this is something you have to turn on. And then we have to determine what are we looking at. So the service appointment priority field, it's got to be only one. You cannot say, oh, I want it to be scheduling priority on the work order and the service appointment priority. Like I don't know what happens, but I just know that it doesn't work. It's got to be, if you want the priority to be driven off of the service appointment, you choose the service appointment. If you want it to be driven off of the work order, then you drive it off of the work order, right? Like it's gotta be, you have to choose only one. And I have no freaking idea what was built in this org. So let's just dial it back and just edit this object and see. Yeah, go ahead.
So in terms of like the test data setup, were you thinking to enforce through the earliest time and do it so that you're forcing a specific time window, and in that you try to then run optimization so that it goes in and tries to schedule just to ensure that we know for sure there will be double booking, right? I think I have seen it's the scheduling policy which drives it. Do you want to allow the overlaps or not? From my experience, but yeah, with some test data, we'll have to see.
That's right. Yeah. So I'm in the process of like, what
Filling it
is
out.
the data that we have here? I don't know. But we've got this concept of likelihood of canceling, and it's driven, and that's going to help adjust the priority. So that was kind of cool. Though, and then this is where I always get things messed up. Wait, I still never found the freaking priorities. Okay, here it is. Sorry, let's read a little bit here. How priorities work. Okay, it's this second one. Now, I did notice this, that you do have to be on enhanced scheduling and optimization. I know that it used to exist, right? So there are two different experiences, whether you have enhanced scheduling optimization on or not. So this experience, yes, will causing an overlap. This can be booked over an appointment with causing an overlap. This was my expectation because this is what I knew. I thought that if I used book appointments or get candidates, the higher priority will be scheduled over a lower priority, and it'll just appear as an overlap. That's what I thought. That's how I thought overbooking, we would be able to handle overbooking. But when my customer was testing it, they're like, but I'm not seeing the slot. And I'm like, well, that's not what I expected. I was expecting to see the slot because the priority was higher, but maybe the priority, the variance wasn't wide enough. Like, I think it's got to be like 20 points or something like that in order for it to think, oh yeah, like this is okay to double book.
It's interesting. They said that they couldn't see the slots.
Yeah, I know. That's why. So I want to reproduce what they were seeing, or at least reproduce what this documentation is saying. Like, I don't know.
It also depends upon how big their slots windows were too as well, right? Like it would still allow it go in and overlap, maybe not fully, but partially. But there needs to be some open spot for the slot to be shown. Because if something is booked, it's booked. You know what I'm trying to say?
It would have to be over priority for both of the appointments. Because if it's an appointment that spans, you're saying 2 appointments, like it would have to be higher than both of them.
No, so I'm thinking about like a tech, right? He has something booked from 10 to 11, but the slot windows is from 8 to 12, say, for example. Now, if we're trying to book an appointment and that appointment is 8 to 12 is how much? 4 hours, right? Yeah. And it's like 3.5, then it is possible there is an overlap. And if it's a higher priority, then, it would still go ahead and schedule. I'm assuming in that case, we should see the slot because there is at least some open slot there, right? But if they're saying they're not seeing any slot at all, for me, it's like, then the second statement itself is false,
That's what I'm thinking. Exactly. So I want to try to reproduce what it should be. But anyway, so this is just me trying to reverse engineer the data points in Salesforce as well as this one. So I have not tried schedule over lower priority with enhanced scheduling and optimization. So that's why I'm kind of going back to the basics here to say, what is the difference? So question for myself here. Okay, so 2 results. The appointments with lower priority can be dropped. See, I don't want it to be dropped. Okay. When using appointment, you can be offered slots that, if booked, can drop a lawyer priority. I don't want it to be dropped. That sucks. I want an option. Wait,
you
Lori, is
pin
that
it-
what you found though?
I haven't tried this scenario, Leanne, so I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you pin them, maybe, but then pinning is like you're really like locking it down, which you might not want to.
Yeah, this will drop the other appointment. We don't want it dropped.
Yeah. So that's what you were finding. You were finding it's dropping and we don't want it to drop. We would rather have the overlap, but it will not drop. So a service appointment isn't drop if it has a lower or equal priority.
I would pin it in that case if it's needed, but then I would even debate if pinning is the right thing to do there, because when I see pin, it means you can't move it around. But does it make sense
Exactly.
to lock it?
Exactly. So let's just keep going here because, is defined as keep scheduled. So this is what I thought. Now let's look at the settings because there was a new setting that I saw. So these are considered pinnable. There was something specifically for sliding and reshuffling and fix overlap, I thought. Maximum days, sliding and reshuffling. So it's not really sliding. We don't want that. Fix overlaps flow. That's very different than what we had before with fixed overlaps. What's this? Use when there isn't an associated territory. I don't know what that is. I'm going to leave that unchecked. That's checked. Scheduling priority. Oh, wait, hold on. I want scheduling priority on the service appointment. Let me just go back to that, like using examples. Essay priority. Okay. And we're using the 1 to 100. I'm not dealing with this. Okay, save. Where is the definition of, okay, here. Fixing overlaps is not on, but that's okay. Leave on Gantt and set in Jeopardy. Fill in schedule, not that. It's not this. When attempting to schedule the unscheduled, this is only for nearby appointments. Reshuffle. So this part is what's confusing to me. Is defined as keep scheduled. So let's read more. Hold on. We could be, okay, how it works. Hold on. Slide on the GAN. If there's no availability, reshuffle. If there's still no availability, search for a lower priority or equal. So I guess what we need to do is we have to enable sliding and reshuffling. That's what I think is happening here. If a solution wasn't found, okay, all right, let's go back. I have to turn this on. Keep scheduled criteria. Oh no. Keep scheduled criteria is pilot. So this is the make it an overlap. But it's beta. I don't know. I'm just going to make it none for now. Enable complex. Sliding only. Service resource can move to a later or earlier slot within their shift without changing the order of appointments. It can be added before or after existing. Appointments can move to a later or earlier time slot, to a time slot on a different day, or to a different service resource. If schedule lower over priority is enabled, lower priority but might be dropped from that Gantt. Okay. So let's just try it out. I want to just see it and then just be like, wow, that really does suck. What else do I have to set up here? Oh, the appointment won't be scheduled at all. Okay, well, let's just see. Set up priorities. set up a priority field. We did that. We set the priority field. You can select, you can select one or more fields. I thought you could only choose one. So my earlier statement was wrong. Read the manual. So you can select one or more fields. Assign a fixed priority. If the managed package provides a priority 1 to 4, where critical is formula field. It looks at the service appointment field first. And if that isn't defined or empty, then the appointment's priority is then derived from the field on the parent work order or the line item. Interesting. So it does look at the appointment first. 1 is the highest, 10 is the lowest. It works well for most, but we're in a 1 to 100. So let's just see. Oh, interesting. It doesn't round it up. It just ignores the decimals altogether. So if you do have a formula field, which is kind of what we created here, but I guess the SA priority, you just made a whole number. You didn't add decimals, right, Lori?
Right.
Yes. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Thank you. Okie dokie. Reading more. Okay. Customize the service appointment layout, schedule over lower priority. So this field, okay. This schedule over lower priority, maybe it's because it's 4. Let me just see what some of my service appointment fields are. Okay, so I want priority, SA priority. Keep going, man. SA priority, and then the other one was schedule over lower priority. Right. Save. Okay. So this is what's interesting. This schedule over lower priority does not get ticked. That's annoying because what? Do I have to create a flow to populate that field? Because it's not like this option where I can choose my own field. Same thing with multi-day appointments, right? Remember with multi-day appointments, we could identify our own Boolean field. So the default is multi-day is just a regular Boolean checkbox, but I could create a formula field. So it seems like to me, schedule over priority, we need to have this populated somehow because this is not getting populated at all. I've got no process that does that.
Yeah, usually there is something that you need to create to, like, some logic which would go in and update it based on some criteria.
All right. And but it would be like a record triggered flow, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So now this is the SA priority. This is schedule over lower priority. But let's create some that are not a 1. Ooh, what's this? Oh no, nothing. Okay. I guess that's like a con with. Okay, so this is one that's SA priority. What's the formula that we have here? Likelihood of canceling. Okay. Is this a formula field? Percent. Okay, cool. So I can just fudge some data. And then we'll see some things. I don't know. Let's just play with some data and see what happens. Perfect. Okay. So now I've got some lower priority. I'm going to auto schedule these puppies. Let's auto schedule all of these. Why? Why can't I? I was able to do this before, right? I could have sworn I was able to tick the auto schedule box. Maybe because it's not on the page layout. Oh, great. Which page layout? Maybe this. Yeah. Okay, let's see if that's the secret to. Oh, do I need the scheduling policy? Maybe not. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Phew. Okay, so same thing. Gotta add that to the page layout. Okay. All right, I guess fourth time's a charm, or whatever number we're on. I'm gonna just tick auto schedule and see what happens, because then I'll learn that I need scheduling policy. Through this experiment. I might need to have it populated. I think the answer is yes, it's got to be populated because auto schedule needs it. But let's find out. Yeah. So field history created. Yeah, it needs the policy. Yeah. Okay, Salesforce, whatever you want. So let's do chef. We'll just do customer first, update, apply. I'm going to just save it and then do auto schedule. Who knows what happens with the sequence of events? Let's see. These are old. It's not going to do it because it's 2017. Wrong. Okay, sorry, wrong one. We'll do these ones. Okay, so we'll make this 50. Apply. Yes, these are going to be okay. This I want to be customer first. Update all 15. Apply. Save. Okay, and then let's auto schedule these. And it's all LA. That's okay. Still didn't schedule it. Weird. Let's just check book appointment. I might not have any resources. Really? Due date's 11/26. Yeah, like, what the hell? Okay, finally. So I'm able to schedule it. So what the heck? Weird. Okay. I don't know. No idea. Yeah, this still didn't work. Okay, so let's get some service appointments in San Francisco. Although maybe some of these I can do, I can try one of these. So here's one. Oh, I just want to book all of these. That's what I was trying to do, like get a whole bunch scheduled. Let's see what our dispatcher console looks like now. And maybe I have to do it this way. Okay, so these are just, oh, I want to change the filter to be status equals scheduled. And I want this service territory. Okay. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. This is scheduled this week. Okay, perfect. Let's just do a handful. I'm going to do a whole bunch actually. $50. Apply. There's. Okay, so 115. Now, is there a way I can create a color palette? How am I going to know which ones are the ones that I'm looking to overbook? Maybe a color palette, right? Likelihood to reschedule. Make it red. I don't know. New palette. Oh, we're covering a lot of things today. Uh-oh. Perfect. Thank goodness. So 0 maximum value. I don't know. We'll say 50. Oh, I have to do it like this.
I think that one's a percentage field.
So 0.5.
Yeah.
How come I can't? Weird. I can't even. Number of colors, 6. Oh, because, Leanne, it's a percentage field, like you said.
So use the
There's
essay
only gonna be
priority.
2.
The essay priority is a decimal.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is okay. So save. Let's try it out and let's see what it looks like. Oh, great. Did I not save it or something? Why is it not? Maybe I have to refresh.
You didn't click active.
I didn't. There's an active button.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Totally missed that. Oh, there. Thank you. I was like, how did I get green? Okay. Maybe I refresh it again. Breach. Okay. Why? Whoa. Okay, this is good. I'm expecting to be able to see any time slot, basically, for today. San Francisco. I didn't schedule over lower priority, so I'm going to just do that. I don't understand why I keep getting this. Save. Okay. Just like show me what is possible. And then I want to see it drop. You know what I mean? Like, at least let it drop. Oh, okay. Wait, what day am I? November 11. I do have a slot. I do have slots.
It showed the 11th under the ideal ones.
And
See, the golden ones are too late, but the
Right,
ones
agree.
underneath it is good. There.
this one. Yes.
Um,
Yes. So 1 to 3, because that's kind of coming up right now, which means all of them are slammed. Right? Like one of these will drop. How will I know which one dropped? I want to do something before I schedule it. So I see slots. That's like, I guess, yay, number 1, right?
Yeah.
Edit object. I just want to make sure I've got my field history tracking turned on. I don't know what I'm tracking here. So I do want scheduled start and end. I do have that. I do want the auto schedule here too, because I don't know why that didn't work. That's another thing. Okay, so I guess oh wait, did we also have status? But then how am I going to know which one fell? The one that's not green. I mean, the one that's red. So let's just change this to be daily. Oh, great.
Little screenshot.
Yeah, but like, oh, right. Good call. It could be here. So a screenshot of all of these ones. I don't know when it's scheduled. That's the challenge here. Let's do one. Oh, we're really covering a lot of ground today. I'm going to put on my service appointment list view columns. I'm going to throw on scheduled start.
Does it make sense to restrict the number of candidates that you could consider? For example, if you say required resource, then you're not looking at a big chunk of test data and just like a short list, and then use the schedule start and due date to define maybe a day. And then just so that the test data is reduced and easy to investigate.
I want to actually check something right now. If this would schedule, oh wait, I don't know if this one was a schedule over lower priority. So I want to know what happens here too, but that's a good point. I could reduce it to filter only a certain candidate. Okay, hide slots. Let me just edit this one, 968, kick this out. Okay, this is schedule over priority. So that's interesting. On the dispatcher console, I got no slots. On this one, I get no slots. Let's see if there's some other reason. Due date. Okay, let's go back to field service. 968. And it is. Interesting. So it kicked me out all the way to the 16th. If I change it to be today, it doesn't show. Okay, so hide slots. Book appointment. Oh, this is schedule over lower priority, but the likelihood of canceling is 50%. But it's still schedule over lower priority. So I guess my expectation is I'm not going to see any slots until later. Yeah, 16. Although I do see something for 13, Thursday, November 13. It gave all day for Thursday, November 13. Interesting. Oh, it's opposite. Haha. SA priority is 50. So it's the opposite. Or something is, I did like my dyslexia just kind of struck again. So maybe I shouldn't use likelihood to cancel. I should do priority. Like if it's a 1, it's good. Right. So you said this is percentage, like 50%?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And then the minimum value. Interesting. It's the minimum value. Okay, I gotta just do this. Like make these ones red. And then these ones have to be. No, you're right. This was supposed to be green. Because 0 to 50 is good. Anything 50 or above is not good. Save. Let's see what happened. I don't know if it's changed anything or not. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, that's a little bit. So that's interesting because the priority is 1, which means nothing should have overbooked anything today. Like all of these are not a lower priority. Only these ones are a lower priority. Right? Like this one's a lower priority. This one's also the due date's kicked out. That's interesting. So I'm going to do a required resource. We'll make it Gloria Barnes. And I think customer first has required resource in it. Let's just verify. I have required resource. Okay. So that's a good test. Okay, these are scheduled. I want a schedule over lower priority. I want this one. Doesn't really matter. Schedule over lower priority. And then, oh, this one's already scheduled. That's right. I'm going to just reschedule it. I think it's okay. Or I'll just change the status to unschedule. And then grab the work order and set it to be Gloria Barnes. Okay, resource. All right, let's see what we get. Okay, book appointment, scheduling over lower priority. So I'm guessing it's the same priority or less. Because they did say here has a lower or equal priority. So equal priority maybe means I'll get slots still. Oh, but I don't. Interesting. But then why wouldn't this slot show up today? Right? I was expecting to see, so how did I get slots before?
I was going to ask you that. What was?
Oh,
What
because
was
you know
it?
why? Yeah, I've got this like Gloria Barnes, right? So let's just make this one. Let's open this tab. Oh, that's faster. And I can make the likelihood of canceling this one 50. Save. Go back to the console. Yes. I have to make, oh, let's refresh it. I have to make a Gloria Barnes one because I set a required resource. So I'm looking to replace one appointment, this one. So let's see if it replaces it. So I guess the same priority, I don't get any appointment slots. So let's see what happens today with a lower priority appointment assigned to Gloria Barnes.
Did you re-enable optimization or enhanced optimization or not?
I did not. Like, what do you mean re-enable? Like turn it off and on again?
Yeah, for the territory,
No.
or for the whole org, because I was trying to follow the non-optimization method because that's the one that said it would allow overlaps. And so I turned it off globally.
So I've got it enabled here. Let's double check.
Okay,
setup.
so you did re-enable it.
I don't know.
Everybody.
I never ticked it, but it could be in setup because there's 2 tick boxes now. Field service settings here. I thought I saw enhanced optimization at this level. Or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just thinking it's just one of these ones.
Yes, there it is.
This one. Yeah. So it is here. Okay. It's on both.
You know, the instructions said to uncheck it in one place, but if it wasn't unchecked in both, maybe it didn't work. I don't remember. I think if you read the documentation, it just asked us to go to one place to uncheck it.
In the managed package or in setup? Probably the managed package.
Yes.
Because I think that managed package was released first, and this field service settings and setup was a either winter or summer release. Like this is relatively new to be able to control it at this level instead of the package. Instead of, in addition to, do you have to do both? I don't know. Does this override that? I don't know.
But look what it said
Yikes.
in the help. It says to turn on integration. I don't-
Where?
Right. You were hovering over the help on that field.
Oh,
So it doesn't seem to go with what the setting has. Not here in the field service settings there. Hover over that. Look.
oh, so field service integration. I know. Okay. So that means this thing here. Oh, it's O2. Do I have a hard stop? No, thank God. But I want to be respectful of everybody's time. Yeah. So to turn on this permission set,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
Does anybody have this permission? I don't know. Yeah, maybe there's like some more backpedaling that we have to do. So I do want to be respectful of your time. It's 4:03 now. So if anybody has to drop, go ahead. I'm just gonna do some more puttering around here to just see. Cause I thought, like, how did I get appointments before?
I don't know.
Right? Thanks, Varsha. Yeah. So this is how we get to know the product really well, by digging in and repeatedly trying different experiments and scenarios. So welcome to the wonderful world of being a product expert. Still find it so strange. Okay, so let's just try something. Let's go back to the work order and remove the required resource.
I think the one that worked, I don't know that it matters, but I think it was an SA in the 900s. I don't know which one and why it would be different, but
Yeah, it did work. Okay, well, let's just try it one more time.
is this one San Francisco territory?
I hope so.
Okay. There it is again.
Okay, so the required resource was an issue. That's interesting. But let's look at 1 to 3. So I need some chips now.
Mhm.
Getting into like heavy brain thinking. Okay, so 1 to 3 and 3 to 5. So 1 to 3 and 3 to 5. So one of these are going to get replaced. So just which one? Which one of these red ones? I'm going to change my view to list view. So it's one of these 4. So 8, 4, 9, 7, 1, 7. So why it doesn't work with required resource is beyond me. But that's making me think that Gloria Barnes isn't going to get an appointment. Now watch. Let's see where it goes. We're going to book it. We're going to book it for 1 o'clock today. Like even tomorrow. Like why? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's try. Let's try that. Wednesday. Okay, there's an appointment here first thing in the morning. That's a lower slot. But why didn't it choose this one? Why did it say 3 to 5 work? And you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so what is it scheduling over? This is going to be the question. So I'm going to do tomorrow, 1 o'clock. What is going to happen? Tuesday at 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock, view service appointment. Alan Reed.
And it dropped the other one.
Mhm.
And that's what supposedly having the enhanced optimization it's supposed to do.
Okay. It dropped another high priority one. It didn't drop a low priority. Look, I've got all 4 of them still here.
Oh, that's right. That's kind of backwards of the expectation. Huh.
Yeah.
What's the field highlight box, the SA highlight box?
A priority.
I'm trying to add that in there. I thought it was there.
Oh,
Did you take it off on purpose? The field set, no. Light box, is it light box?
wait, because you want it on the hover or you
Yeah.
want it?
On the hover.
Yeah, it's Gantt Lightbox. Cool tooltip. Wait,
There. No, okay. let's see.
no.
I think it's at the very bottom, right there.
It's this one, Service Tooltip Gantt. This
Okay.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, SA priority is there.
But it didn't show it.
Yeah. The one. Yeah, that's a priority one.
Oh, I was looking at the bottom. Sorry. Got it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
All right. So it bumped another high priority one.
Uh-huh. That is bizarre. Okay, let's go to a service appointment. I'm gonna fund this. I want this to be San Francisco, but so. Okay. Okay. Now. These are all ones. I'm gonna make one 50. This is not schedule over priority. Our expectation is it doesn't get any appointments. And go on the 13th. Interesting. Or will it go? I wonder. Let's look at 9 a.m. And these are going to change. 10 seconds. I can't believe it showed a slot. Huh. Alexander.
It stepped on one of those. Just
Yeah, 685, but it didn't actually. Look. Oh,
16.
12:43. Oh,
But it's a 16.
oh, look at this. Arrival window, but scheduled start.
Oh, great. Do we need to clear arrival windows? Is there some other automation? Is that because of the slots?
Yeah. Let's just double check this. This is messed up now. Okay. So there's something messed up. Let's look at, because I remember there was something messed up about the actual start and end date. So this is what's happening, I think. Okay. So let's book appointment. It has something to do with the actual arrival. Okay. So 9 a.m. Pacific time, November 13. So I choose this. There's something messed up in this org. Good to know. Lots of slots on Thursday.
Why is there a save button? Are you clicking it?
There was a save. Look at that.
It messed up again.
Uh-huh. That's weird.
Well,
Very,
when you unscheduled it, you made the slot available again.
yeah, it's the start. Here we go. Okay. So let's add the start. There's something broken about these rules though. And then finish. Okay. Okay. Scheduled start must be greater than or equal to arrival start window. Is that the right logic?
Is there some
Right? Like,
automation?
look, all of these are messed up.
Is there some automation that's populating the arrival window?
Book appointment does that. Book appointment will set the dates to be aligned to the slot. And
Oh.
scheduled start is supposed to align within those dates.
Okay, got it.
So this whole time, it's been messing with that because of that arrival window.
And
Yeah.
it's ignoring the arrival. It's ignoring the window. I'm doing something.
Exactly. So this org and all of our tests have been wrong because of this thing. So the arrival window start must be greater than the start of this. So meaning the scheduled start needs to be after the arrival window start. So where is that? Later than or equal to arrival window start. It's before means, yeah, like a minute before. Like if it's 12 o'clock, it's 11:59. Later than or equal to the start of actual start, arrival time window. Yeah. Like, I don't know why this has been such a pain for me. finish, scheduled start has to happen. I'm just going to say before the window time. Maybe it's the equal to part. Oh, weird.
But if the work rule is finished, why are you looking at start time instead of end time?
Well, the start time cannot happen after the arrival end time.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's a terrible label. So the scheduled start time, I mean, must be before or equal to arrival end, right? And then this one is later than or equal to the start. Has to happen after the start and it has to happen before the end. So what's the problem? Now let's see what we got. Believe how messed up that was. I lost all those appointments. Where are all those messed up appointments? Not this one. Here. Okay. So let's change this.
Oh, that says LA. I don't know that it matters.
Oh,
LA
okay. Yeah.
service
Let's
territory.
let's just start from scratch. Okay. We'll grab a new one. And we'll just book appointment. And we'll just do a regular book appointment. Just choose whatever day. And then just verify that the scheduled start. Wasn't able to get slots here. That was my problem. Yeah. You see?
Mhm.
Like something about these policies are totally broken. I feel like this is going to be a tomorrow problem. We can continue this in the morning.
Weren't you due to talk to him about it tomorrow? Is it
Let's just double check that. Because I have to pivot to the next one. I should send an update tomorrow, but if the update is, I'm still tinkering with it. So I can, oh, what's this? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. I just got invited to something in the morning. Okay. So it'll be tomorrow afternoon. I think that's okay. And then I have more time on Thursday too. Okay. I'm going to need to take a break from this. There's a lot that we're going to have to double check here. I don't know what is wrong with this solution or this work rule. But yeah, like I can't schedule with this like book appointment with these for some reason. It's just showing slots that it shouldn't. And so therefore all of our tests are kind of wrong.
Is there a sandbox from one of your customers that is not messed up that we can try this on?
Yeah, I'll give you access to that one. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just create the SA priority field and try it. See,
Yeah,
do all the same steps and see how it's different.
exactly. Okay. Thank you.